The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
This computer. And hey, we're recording and we are here semi-live. We're all live, but when you get to see this, it won't be live. But we are Adventures from the Shed online version, and we're coming back to you with our Never Gonna Give You Up campaign. And with that, I am Joe. Let's let everybody else introduce themselves. Do you guys remember the order?
Yeah, so that's me on next. This is Chris. I'm playing Abraxas, the Dragonborn Paladin. And that's all I have to say about that area right now. More to come later.
And next is...
Is it me? Am I next?
Yes.
Oh, I'm here. I'm Arethnus Siegfried, devourer of sandwiches, and
Nice.
Misplacer of my D10.
Oh, coincidence. The shirt I have doesn't have a D10 on it either.
I'm glad we have something in common.
There we go.
I am a human fighter. I fight for the money to put my child through law school.
Magic law.
Yeah. I mean, what is sorcery if not law?
Sorcery?
Did he say he's a private dancer? Dances for money?
For money.
No.
He'll do what you want.
Tina Turner showing up?
No.
Speaking of Tina Turner, who's next?
That would be me. The name is Waffle, Bell G Waffle, international half man of mystery, and a picture of just, honestly perfection in the game. That's just, what you see when people see him. He is a halfling rogue.
Cool. And the last to join, the last to say hi.
Oh, hi. I didn't see
hey.
you there. My name's Randy, and I would like to tell you about my character, Miles. He's a former innkeeper who has 2 sons and no idea what he's doing out in the field, but he's going to give it his best.
Nice.
He's also a bard who plays random music and thinks he's going to play, and then someone's like, I'm going to listen quietly. And I'm like, oh, I should probably not play loud music real quick.
It's the unplugged edition. All right. So we're going to jump
Rock and
back
roll.
into our adventure, but we're going to jump cautiously because it's been a little bit of time, and we're going to do a little recap. Actually, let's try it the way we used to do this. Chris, I'll throw it at you because you know what I'm talking about. You want to try and give us some of a recap of the last session?
Yeah, so... ooh, that was weird. That was a weird sound. The adventure started out in the Get Lit Tavern in the town of Ketz, where Abraxas was, I think it was like an 8-foot table, like a round table. He's checking out some maps,
Wooden stuff.
chewing on his stogie and drinking some ale. When Belgium Waffle noticed the collection of maps he was going through, he was like, this guy looks interesting. They started chatting it up. Kick it off to Belgium if he wants to continue a little bit after
Absolutely. So Bell brought over largest drink, which was about the size of himself, and charmed the very, very large dragon man into going on an adventure with him. Around this time, he noticed that there was Siegfried. It's just sitting on down the other side of the table, just paying no mind, and then joined by Miles, who very, very abruptly burst into the tavern and was very boisterous in the fact that he was there. He made his presence known to everybody. From that
It's
point,
like, hey, everyone, I'm looking for adventure.
Exactly. I mean, what are the odds in a tavern in a Dungeons and Dragons game that somebody would burst in looking for adventure? I mean, it just
never
doesn't
happens.
happen. It doesn't
No
happen.
way. Never. Crazy.
Get to have it happen a single time. This session included.
But the group quickly bonded and started to gear up to head out to the Mountains of the Lost, and then I guess
before a one-man show.
Can go from there.
Miles was looking for adventure, or whatever comes his way. Born to be wild.
Miles Steppenwolf. That's actually a D&D name, I'm sure.
Hey, this guy
I don't know.
He's not afflicted with the lycanthropy, is he? You're gonna have
Do
to
you
have a talk later.
remember what happened when we left town there, Eli? I'm going to pick on you because I saw you had a cup in your hand.
That's rude. It's mean.
Yeah, you know.
A drink. Sorry,
And he's lucky you could see that.
Where were we?
Leaving town.
Leaving town. Everybody topped up their gear, made sure they had everything spick and span, and we left town. We went off to the mountains, traveled a little ways, made sure that the big man of the group was safe.
Yeah.
Found a camp.
No, was that sarcastic, as in you meant the little man?
Yes, very much so. I will only be referring to him by his ego.
Nice.
There's not enough room in this game for his ego. I mean, it's too big.
Yes.
So that means you need to start calling Abraxas tiny.
Yes.
Right?
Truly a humble man.
The big man and tiny.
Before we left town, though, we heard rumor of one well-known adventurer and their accomplice who had ventured off just before we did. If I remember correctly, he had a bald head and unnaturally small feet for a man his size.
He did. Yep. That was one way that Bell was able to confirm the footprints he found.
At the campsite that we found.
Yep. So you guys found that and then found a way to start heading up the side of the mountain. If you remember, you kind of happened upon a wide trail of bones. And these are just clean bones of small animals. Like they'd been stripped clean, but not, I mean, I think Braxis had asked if they look like they'd been chewed on. And they don't look like they've been chewed on, but they look like they've just been stripped clean. The other thing was you noticed you didn't hear nature anymore, except for the wind. Everything else was kind of quiet. No more birds, no other sounds of live nature, as it were.
You said they weren't complete bones. They were like pieces here and there of small animals.
It wasn't complete skeletons, but they are complete bones.
Yeah, I think I'd misunderstood. I think Bell had asked me if I had heard something from the inn, and I assumed he meant, have I seen like people eat like that? I have no idea what I was thinking in that last campaign.
It works, though. It works.
Yeah.
Miscommunications are a classic part of D&D.
But I don't want to fully rely on the fact that my character was an innkeeper the whole entire time. Like maybe one per session, I'll be like, see if I recall something, but I'd prefer not to like kind of cheat like that. That's did I hear something about this? Let's find out.
Oh, come on.
For
That
me,
was
I'll
an
throw the
entire
stuff
mechanic
out
in 3.5. Bardic
I
knowledge.
don't think it's not cheating, especially if it's a dice roll and you're not sure if you know it at all.
That's true.
There you go.
I mean, it's still a chance.
Still cheating.
But I also throw those things out that might be from the background that you've shared.
That's true.
Right. So if we come upon a guarding service for a wagon train, it might be somebody that Siegfried knew in a past life, right? So we're going up. Yeah, we're going up the side of the mountain, and remember the description. And somebody made a nice little drawing. I think it was Randy with the steps going up the mountain. And you're reaching up to that. There it is. So you're reaching up to that first step. And I know that the last episode, we ended with me saying you peek over the ledge and see the end of the episode. I'm stepping back a couple minutes in game time because there was more I wanted to say, but I just wanted to end that episode at that time. So the trail gets more dense. There are more bones towards the top in a more dense pattern, I guess you'd say. And who, at this point, who would be up front? Who would be the one? I don't know, scouting may not be the right word, but on point. Who would be up first?
I'm still on Abraxas' shoulder right now.
All
Yeah,
right.
I was going to say I'm kind of in the back because I have that longer reach with my weapon.
And I'm also obscuring his view because I have a shield in front of his face.
I think I was also towards the back, so I think it was.
Yeah, I think Siegfried is in front right now.
Yeah.
It
So-
is definitely Siegfried in front with
I'll
his
say
great
from-
sword out, because I did give the shield to Bell to hold over his head, but he's instead putting it in front of Abraxas.
Well, the shield is as big as me. I mean, it covers my head, but it's also.
I'll use the force. It's okay. Continuing under the
Thank
flag.
you, someone who understands.
That's nice. So we're going to go with this. This is more of a passive wisdom type of thing. So for I'm going to start calling him Siegfried because I keep mispronouncing the other one. And you put Siegfried up on the screen for me. So. Siegfried hears grumbling sounds. It's definitely a conversation, and it sounds deep. And you don't quite understand what's being said, but it sounds like two things talking to each other.
So I am able to distinguish two voices.
Two voices, yeah.
I'm going to look back at the group, motion to stay silent.
Mm-hmm.
I will point over the ledge and put 2 fingers up and then motion my hand as if talking.
So he wants you to go to the ledge to talk.
That's right. So, yeah, that's what Bell would want to do.
Yeah. So we've got that. What are you guys going to react? How are you going to
So
react to that?
I'll lean down to Chris and go, I think he wants us to go over there and have a conversation with him. Let's go. And I'll like pat him on the head to get him to move towards Siegfried in a faster pace.
I'll go kneel down next to Siegfried.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
He wants to come over here and talk. So
let's go talk.
Quiet. Damn.
Okay. I'm actually looking through character sheets for a moment. Keep talking.
So yes, as we get up there, I'm like, so why did you want to talk over here?
No, that's not what those signals meant. It meant stay quiet, over the ledge, 2 voices.
See, now that's the thing here. You know, I come from a secret organization. Those things, I didn't pick up on that. We use different kinds of call signs. Yeah, different kind of call signs here. You know, so trying to save some face here. Bell is just, we instead of doing this, we do, this way instead, and then we go around. We'll work on the communication, the signal calling.
Are both voices in common?
Cool.
Are
So
I couldn't hear that well.
The voices are definitely in a language. Now you can all hear them as you move closer, but it's definitely in a language that you do not understand. Now that I've got a quick glance at the character sheet, it's in a language you don't understand, and it sounds like, I don't know, you hear a little bit of what could be arguing, and then you hear like lip smacking and just nasty chewing noises. And then a bone just flies past you down the hill.
He's back on the menus, boy.
Oh, they're doing that.
So we don't have line of sight to these voices at all.
If anybody wants to try and peek up
how
there,
high is the ledge? Can Raxus just hold me up so I can peer over it?
I can just push him over. Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to look for. If somebody wants to try to see them without being seen, I'll want a stealth roll.
Yeah, I want to see them. I'll see them. So
Okay.
How big was the bone they threw?
A small animal.
Okay.
that is
Like raccoon small or chipmunk small?
That's a pretty big margin.
Yeah.
That's
what I mean.
A 17 for stealth.
All right. So you're able to look over there. Yeah, give me. I lost
Spy
my
glasses.
sheet here.
Does somebody have like a spyglass or anything? I didn't ask earlier.
Spike.
No,
I have a grappling hook and
things
stilts.
I just barely got basic gears.
Hey, that was a good show to get your. It was a show for gear.
Yeah.
I gotta find this. Keep talking. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a stilts that I use when I'm undercover and to make myself taller. I have a grappling hook, and then my basic gear I have tinkerer's tools and a disguise kit. I believe.
What's everybody's thoughts on? Are we trying to gain intel from these people, or do we even care about this people this far down the mountain?
I think intel, just to see what they are and where the bones are coming. Maybe they
definitely need to see if they're a threat of some sort.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's obvious, but I mean, are we of like these guys are low on the totem pole of like the mountains of the lost, like they're down here eating animals, or do we just want to or do we even want to deal with them? Do we want to deal with them? We can just buy.
They're definitely low on the totem pole, but I think they're interesting enough that they might give us an insight onto why some people disappear on this mountain just to
How do we
scout it out.
communicate with them?
Just to
How do we
scout it out.
communicate with them?
Well, let's see what
Everybody
what Bell
understands violence.
Let's see what Bell relates to you. So
Okay.
Bell, peeking over, you're able to keep yourself hidden, and they obviously don't see you, and you're watching them, and you see two figures. And what I'll come right out and say it once I give you a little description, but they're bigger than man size, maybe about the size of Abraxas, and they're green, and they've got big fangs like tusks popping out of their mouth, scraggly hair. They look like they're wearing some kind of uniform. It's almost a bright red leather tunic, and they're like torn up shorts, and they're sitting there at a what would be a little campsite, and they're both just ripping apart animals and chewing on them and arguing in Orcish. These are two orcs. Now, I would say that as soon as you saw them, you could recognize the creature, especially as well traveled as Bell would be.
Okay. All right. So I'll just, signal to have, Braxis just lower me back down. And I will go, all right. So there's two of them up there. They big teeth. They look orcish in nature. I think they're the ones that have been littering all these things around here. Now, they might have some information on them about these mountains here. If they've been living up here and eating, that means they probably know it pretty well.
Are they armed?
I mean, they have sharp teeth and tusks. I would imagine that they would be armed, and they've killed quite a few animals, as you can see. I mean, I personally think that maybe two of us go up there, or
does the uniform have any meaning to Bell? The colors, or even the colors, like, hey, is that a certain city? Any meaning for the colors?
I'll throw a little bit out here. So this is going back to the map and what might be in the other pages of the journal that Bell got from Agent Zero. Or from a previous agent, presumably Zero. On that map, when we're looking at the hidden caves, which was the area you guys started going up, you see over to the right thing that says Orc Encampment. Well, there's notes in the journal mentioning the Orc Encampment and the colors that they fly as their banner is a bright red color.
Okay. All right. So a lightning bolt goes off in Bell's head then at this point in time, and it's just like, oh, actually, no, this is perfect. They come from the Orc Encampment. It's written in my journals. These creatures here, they know where the secret staircase is. Their people were driven out by agents many years ago, and they're the ones who built it. They hid things in this mountain. If we go up there and can convince them to tell us where it is, we have our ticket all the way up to the mountains, all the way up to the spire, to the little city.
Who speaks Orc?
I look down.
Draw something.
How about we just keep watch on them and we follow them back?
We could be here for a while. And what if they don't go that way?
It's true. Their encampment, according to any.
Look, we show them your picture of the stairs. We're good.
Well, they have to go somewhere for shelter, right? So, I mean, unless they have tents here.
They're going to go back to their encampment is where they're going to go.
Yeah.
There's no telling when they'll go. Orcs are hardy people.
Yeah. They got plenty of small animals to eat. They can be here for days.
I mean, chances are they might speak something. According to my historical records, some of the agents that came through met a few of them, and potentially they learned some common or different kind of languages there. I think I have a kit with me here. I think I could maybe disguise myself as a tiny orc, or maybe one of you as an orc. I'm pretty good with makeup and things like that. And maybe you can go up there and infiltrate. I mean, one of the key things,
until we have to speak, and that's going to get messy.
Well, I mean, just tell them that you're orcish. You're just getting up here. You will think of something. But one of the key tenets is to again hide in plain sight. We can blend in with the enemy. And
maybe
again,
we can go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I'm looking at Siegfried and Abraxas. You two are around the height that a good hardy orc to be.
Is there a way down to their area that we could get close enough that we're not going to be seen? Can we make a way down? We're like, hey, even if it's a long way around, to get close enough to them before they're like, oh,
right,
hey, I can see.
Above where you are now. So
Okay.
if you picture this is the mountain and the ledge, you guys are right here, and
Just
they are
below
up
the cliff.
here.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. And that now theoretically you can make your way around them up and then down to them, but that however you want to try and handle it. They're on this ledge that's probably like, I don't know, 50 feet wide, maybe about 30 feet deep, kind of.
I think one of us, I disguise one of us. We go up there, we'll talk to them, see if maybe they're friendly. Maybe they'll divulge some secrets. And then I can Spider-Man my way up the top and, again, hide in the shadows. And if something happens, I pull out one of my daggers, just stabby stab, drop down.
And as, yeah, there you go, Randy. As
people getting tossed.
As you're describing that, Bell, what is probably a squirrel's skull that still has orc drool on it bounces off your head.
Tasty.
Well, that's a good thing. They're full. So that means if they were hostile.
You're pretty small. They might not be that full. So we have to think of that. Let's.
What do you mean when you say, wait. What do you mean when you say I'm small? I am very big for.
You would be an appetizer. You would be an appetizer.
I think I would at least be a main course. I mean, have you seen my legs here? And I would start rolling them. I don't skip leg day. I work out. I work hard. I mean, bottom up.
Squats. What do you got? We got 2 inches to squat. Come on.
That's 2 inches for me is a big. That's a big distance for me.
Like there's 4 of us, there's 2 of them. We just got to make sure they're not going to make enough noise to get the rest of the encampment coming this way. So we should probably play it cool, like you said, but I don't know.
I don't know.
So a reminder, Joe. You said it's still it's really quiet, like no more wildlife is making noise around here.
Correct.
So maybe it's really quiet. So maybe they actually don't have anything left to really eat around here, and they will head back soon. So we can either A, wait it out, see if they do anything today, or B, we can try to talk to them. Maybe I can play them a song, offer them some food or something, and hope that they're friendly. And then C, all else fails, we just smash them to the ground.
Yeah, a little uncivilized, the smashing on the ground here, but
yeah, we could always do the violence afterwards. You can't start with that and then try to ask questions. It doesn't work sometimes.
That was more like A2 and B2, but still.
Yeah. A squared plus B squared equals C. It's all good.
Witchcraft.
We'll use Pythagoras. Let's go.
I know. Arithmeticness, what do you think? Well, I mean, you've traveled
to the military, man.
Yeah.
In my experience, orcs are never good at diplomatic talks. I don't think approaching them head on is our best option, not unless we intend to fight them. And personally, I think only 2 of us here are equipped to fight them.
Now, Joe, you said Dragonborn are pretty normal in this part of the world, or no? Or 25% maybe?
They're not unheard of.
Right, but most likely a lot of people have not seen one. Or one my size.
You got to figure where you are right now. If your intent is to impress the orcs in some way, they probably haven't seen a Dragonborn, at least not recently.
Right, but my thing, if I come up over the ledge, you're going to be like, holy shit, who's this huge dude? Let's go get him. They're going to be just scared. So maybe I show up a little bit later, maybe after things start going bad.
Ooh. What we could do, I could sit on your shoulders and I could disguise myself to look like the head of an orc, and then we can be just a really, really big orc.
I'm upset at the fact that would probably work.
We could say we're Grumsh, like the orc got Dee or something, Yeah. That's not bad. Although we don't speak orc, but I mean, that doesn't matter. We're an orc god, doesn't matter.
A lot of grunting and yelling at them, I think
that's racist.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Do you hear them right now? That's what they were doing. That's not racist. That's exactly what we're hearing right now.
From your
and
perspective.
you do still hear it. And it's like, figure every 30 to 60 seconds, some random bone goes flying in your direction.
My God, how did they? Where are all these creatures coming from?
Is the tone of talk still argumentative? Or have they calmed down?
I mean, it sounds like a competition.
Oh God, they're having a chicken wing eating contest.
There you go.
Let's get in on
There
that.
we
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah.
We're here for the wings, man.
Freaking A.
All right.
I
right,
think
so-
our best option is honestly have Abraxas and myself wait down here. Bell and Miles go around the clearing, the ledge, get to higher ground, and watch them. If they start leaving, do a specific bird call. If they start falling asleep, do a different one. That's about
What
the
do you
best
think?
I got.
So we're gonna wait them out. I don't
That's
think.
what I would say.
Yeah, but then we're not getting the information to the hidden staircase, which is we need.
And that's what we need here. I mean,
As
the
soon as
longer
possible.
we're in the mountains of the lost, the more time we have to become another victim of them. And again, all my notes, all my instincts, they say that these creatures here will be the ones that can lead us to the hidden entrance to the staircase that leads us over the mountains into the top.
So Bell,
I hear you.
according to the map in the journal, we're saying they'd have to come by us to go back to their encampment.
Yes.
All right, so either they run into us now, or we force that upon them. I'm good for whatever, but I think I should hang back. As soon as they see me, they might just attack me because they're scared. Like, use this huge-looking dragon dude coming up. So I don't think it's good for me to come in. I can come in later if things are going bad for you guys, and they kind of like settle them down. That's
Now, I'll also tell you, too, at this point that we're in the late afternoon. It's getting close to evening. The sun's way behind you. You guys are off in the east, headed east, and the sun's setting behind you. And it's within maybe an hour, it'll get dark. Just to give you that info.
All right. So I mean, we have options here. I'm up for. I still think that again, deceit, and go in there and try to see what they're all about is a good option. But again, we're a group here, so I'm open to whatever it is. Ethnicity wants to approach it differently, which I'm fine with.
I'm just
Miles, what do
working
you
with
think?
our limitations. None of us seem to understand what they're saying.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's going to get you close, but then what do you do after that? You're going to have to use force probably.
I mean, they might speak other things. They might just be talking in their native language. They could know halfling. I mean,
I'm sure they know common, but that doesn't mean they want to speak it to us.
Doesn't necessarily mean they'll be friendly, and if they did lead us somewhere, it could be a trap too.
I think so. Just a couple out here on their own. I don't think they'd already have something set up.
The conversation has a long pause in it, and then you hear what sounds like a punch. The old slap in the wood, smack. You hear that.
I think someone just lost the chicken wing eating contest.
And then there's just a bunch of the sounds of somebody wrestling in the dirt.
Nah, very
Can
familiar with that.
can I peek back over and just see just confirm what's going on?
Yeah, the two orcs are wrestling on the ground, and you're sure they're swearing at each other. It's got to be swears.
I say we just make our way up now and just wait for them to realize we're standing around them in a circle.
Agreed. They're vulnerable right now.
All right,
let's go.
All right.
As quietly as I can, I start walking up over the ledge.
All right.
Same.
Let's do a group stealth roll. What I want to get out of that is I want to take the well, let me look at this for a second. I want to look at the bonuses you guys have. I've got a +7, a +2, a +3, and +3. So what I want out of this is, Belle, you have to tell them how to move quietly as a group, and I will have you doing the roll.
Okay. All right. So as I'm still on Abraxas, I'll be like, all right. So there's footholds here, here, and here. Very almost like you're holding a loved one. Gently love the wall as you climb up so as to not disturb it. Once we get up around the sides here, they're never going to notice. Just trust.
I am the mountain. I am the mountain. I am the mountain.
I rolled a 26.
Oh, man.
Wow, did you have a D20? Because that's higher than a 20.
19
I'm kidding. You
plus
rolled a 19.
19 plus 7. Yep. 19
Very
plus
nice. Very nice. So anybody, well, I should say everybody, as you're walking, it's like Bell's words made your feet lighter or something. You don't even hear gravel moving underneath your feet, and you're able to
Bell
get
is
up.
so proud.
Yeah, you're able to get up there, and the orcs are still kind of rolling around in this mini dust cloud, and you guys are able to surround them. I assume that's what you meant by a circle around them.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And after a few moments, one of them looks up, looks a bit surprised, and the other guy takes a moment, the other orc takes a moment to sucker punch him and knocks him out.
At this point, I will lower my greatsword at him.
Do you actually want to clap, Bell?
Yeah, I want. Yeah.
And
Awesome.
so the orc starts by saying, and you
Try
guys.
that again.
Do you
Once,
speak common?
Yeah, well, who are you?
Bill.
Phil?
Hi there, orc.
What are you
Say
doing
your name,
here? You're
Phil.
not supposed to be here.
Got lost.
And he reaches for this really big axe laying on the ground.
And I'm going to point my sword a little closer to him.
Yeah,
I
I
stop
open
on
up
the
my
axe.
cloak. I've opened my cloak and I put my hand on my crossbow and I just gently press my hand against the grip.
He stops reaching for the axe and he starts kicking the other guy. And he's like,
He's
Is the
not
guy waking
waking
up?
up.
no, he got him good. So
Bell will put on his deepest voice and be like, so, we're here looking for the secret passages your people long ago have created. I'll open up the map and I'll be like, you know where these are at, yes?
the stairs?
I look back at everyone and I'm like, yes, the stairs.
I can't tell you. You're not an orc.
I kneel down in front of him and just breathe like hot breath out of my nostrils into his face. What did you say? Using my intimidation if I have to. I'll roll. I'll
Yeah,
roll
if you want
Yeah.
him to go along with whatever you're doing, give me intimidate.
Oh wow, I rolled like crap. I rolled a 6. It was a 2 + 4 on that one. That was horrible.
Ooh.
Apparently, probably smelled like nice ale. He's probably loving it.
Yeah. Is that a flaming dragon?
You better tell us.
I see you've been to get lit.
Pull out my longbow and knock an arrow.
Yeah. And I'll pull Abraxas aside slightly and I need to teach you how to interrogate somebody later on. We'll go over it.
Not into the drink.
You tell my
He,
lizard buddy I'm gonna pop
He
one
kind
in
of
your
puts
leg.
his hands up to show he's not holding anything. And he's like, you wouldn't shoot an unarmed orc, would you?
I pull out my crossbow and I shoot it right at his feet.
Yeah. Is this meant to be an intimidation?
Yes.
Let's do that then. Give me an intimidate roll.
That
Tell me what
is
you got.
an 18. 13 plus 5.
Nice.
13 plus 5. And he's like, maybe you would.
You see here, I'm on a mission with some very powerful people.
But you're so
Indeed.
small.
From behind Bell, I'm just gonna like motion to the orc, just like the hand over my throat. Just stop, no.
What? Small guys, he shot at me. And he picks up the little bolt and starts picking his teeth with it.
I snatch it out of his hands.
Ugh.
If you don't tell me where those stairs are right now, the next bolt, and I just gently bring it down his chest, torso, right towards the gonads.
He kicks the other orc like more and more, and that, but the other guy's just not waking up. And I can't tell you, they'll kill me.
You're not gonna know. No one's gonna know. We could have just found it on our own. We're not gonna sell you out.
Ew.
You can trust us.
Give me a persuasion roll for Miles, please.
What's
And if
the
you would,
bonus?
I want to ask everybody, when you roll, tell me what's on the die plus your modifier, please.
What's the modifier for? What am I looking for?
Whatever Miles has for persuasion.
That'd be charisma.
+4, it looks
Charisma.
like.
Charisma is +2.
Well, I'm looking at the
Maybe I have a.
actual
The bonus.
character sheet, and
Yeah, 'cause I
you're
have the-
proficient in persuasion.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
You're very
I rolled
proficient.
Fight him into
16 plus
oblivion.
4 is 20.
All right. So it's like a light bulb goes off in the orc's head, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's over there." And where he points is just farther up the mountain, a little bit to the south.
Siegfried just kind of like squint at him, not entirely trusting. Can I roll an insight on this?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, +3. 17 plus 3, that's a 20.
The orc is genuine on where the stairs are. He's not lying. They're over there.
I'll nod at him and smile.
And I will pull the bolt back from his gonad area. And I will
Maybe
look at the
using
map.
the teeth.
I'll pull open the map and I'll show it to Abraxas since he was looking over maps as well, and just confirm with him of what he's saying, of where it's at.
Pretty much from where you are, guessing by the map that you've got in the journal, it's close because there's not so much of a scale on this map, so it could be a half a mile, it could be a mile, but it's somewhere over there based on where you think you are now.
Everything's close in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's a small
And then
world after all.
I'll as I put the map away, I'm like, you see, it wasn't that hard, orc man. And I open up my jacket with my badge for this the Order of the Eternal Ring. I'm like, your people, you know this, yes?
We live here.
That's about the best you're going to get, Bill.
This here, though, and I get like uncomfortably close to him, and I'm like, you've seen this before, your people. They've written legends about this, I'm assuming, yes?
I didn't. And he's actually scratching his head.
What if I show him the that black and steel emblem, though, the Gourd of the Deceiver emblem? You guys have anything to say about it?
We're not allowed to go there.
Is that past the guard tower at the top of the mountain? Have you been to the guard tower?
Only the shamans go to the city.
When do they go?
I don't know. I know they come back. If you want to get away without anyone knowing, you gotta leave before he wakes up.
All right, let's go, guys.
We should probably go.
All right. And then I'll just look at him like, you never saw us.
But I did.
Yeah,
We were
can we
here.
trust this guy not to send his whole group after us after we're leave?
Now Miles got the sense from him that he doesn't beat around the bush. What he says is just straightforward. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when he just told you, if you want it to keep it a secret, get out before the other guy wakes up. He apparently is wanting to keep your secret.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I think more importantly, he wants to keep his gonads.
Yeah, there's that.
I think that's what I'd be concerned about.
So you guys head off in that direction. It's a little bit uphill, but more So uphill would be keep going straight east, and you're going to go like east, south, southeast, east, southeast. Yeah, that thing. You're kind of veering off to the side. What I'd like to know is who is going to be the person ahead trying to find the spot. I'm sure everybody's looking, so I'm going to get a passive perception for everybody. But who is up front looking specifically for where it might be?
I mean, I think with the information and being so close, I think Bell would just naturally be ahead, just eagerly looking for things.
Okay.
Bell,
Then
can I tie a rope to you?
What's up?
Why don't you tie a rope to me?
It's going to get dark soon. You're very excited about this. I don't want you slipping and falling.
I get it. You're scared of the dark. It's fine. Yeah, go ahead and tie a rope around me. And
A kid tether. Nice.
We'll be fine.
I'm going to tie the rope to him, but I'm not going to hold on to the other end.
All right. So with that, Bell, please give me a perception roll.
Okay, perception is 17 plus 1. Man, D&D Beyond is just on fire with the rolls.
You are rocking. And just so you guys know, too, I was rolling perception for the orcs, and I rolled a 2 and a 1. So they never even heard you guys arguing.
Is the one when they started wrestling?
Classic
Actually,
DM
the
rolls.
one was when I decided that he would knock the other guy out. Like, something bad has to happen for them. The 2 was they just didn't notice you, and because they didn't notice you, they went on with their competition. But so when you're going up there, again, we'll take this nice roll that you just had there, Jason, for Bell, and when the sun hits a certain spot, there's a shadow that you couldn't see before, and you can tell that there is a gap between like the outside wall and the inside wall of this mountain you're on. You can tell there's a little gap there, and as you get closer to it, it is the base of a odd staircase. None of the steps are the same height, and it's all like somebody went with a chisel. Well, maybe an orc went with a chisel by hand and was just cutting steps out of the side of the mountain. Definitely not done by a craftsman.
Okay. Yeah, I would immediately get excited and be like, guys, over here. Look, the stairs. I told you this was right.
At this point, I will now go and pick up the other end of the rope. Now he's really going to get excited. I can't afford to have him fall.
And to that point, only if something dangerous happens would you be worried about falling. And yes, if he gets excited, it could be dangerous. But you're able to find pathways wherever you're going easy enough. Once you get up there, once everyone else gets up there to where Bell is, you can see the staircase now, but you realize you wouldn't have seen it if he didn't point it out to you. This is like, it's almost an optical illusion. When you're standing in front of it, the mountain looks solid. You've got to cock your head to the side and look. And then
you have to get down to my height, actually, so everyone has to squat down. And
because the illusion wasn't built for people of that height.
Yeah.
That's how he's
cheating the system.
The stairway is just wide enough that Abraxas, you can almost do a normal step on each one. Sometimes you've got to pull your feet closer together so that you're not stepping over the side. It's a narrow staircase, single file, definitely.
Speaking of Abraxas, does he still have my shield?
Oh, I didn't know.
I still have it. I assume that it was just on my back massively.
With the string on him, he's a kite now.
Yeah.
If there's any wind here, he's gone. Hold on to that rope.
We are in the mountains. We're going to get some hella air up here.
I mean, I've heard of a kite shield, but this is ridiculous.
That was golden. You know what? I'm going to keep the shield on him for now.
Yep. I guess gotta happen now. Yeah, I got the shield with me.
That's cool.
Okay.
The ascent, assuming you guys are going to ascend the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're going to turn around and go home.
We came this far.
Success!
It starts to get harder to ascend as it's getting darker. So we're going to say that you guys probably go up 100, 200 stairs, and it's getting so dark that you can barely see the step in front of you. It's an overcast night. There's no real moonlight to speak of. What do you guys want to do as far as illumination?
I need torches. I have no low light vision or anything. So.
Yeah, I have a torch.
Okay.
That we can light here. Is it really windy? Is the torch going to blow out as we're going up these stairs, or is there some
surprisingly, from the time you started scaling the side of the mountain, there's really no wind. There's a slight breeze every now and then, enough to rustle leaves and trees, which you're kind of above the level of trees now. But there really hasn't been much wind. Maybe you're just on the dead face of the mountain.
Okay.
I am going to cast Produce Flame and just keep it level with my navel.
Navel flame.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's right by my head the whole time.
That's cool. Now, what? I'm looking at your character sheet. Where am I finding that? Is it
will be
something that was on notes?
Yes, it will be in notes down at the very bottom. I'm variant human, so the feat I took was Magic Initiate.
And it was mending and produce flame
as my cantrips, and then I have like cure wounds as my once per day.
Okay. So how do you manage the flame? Like, what are you setting, or are you holding a fire in your hand? How does this work?
From my understanding of the spell, I can hold it in my hand, and it is just a simple heat-producing flame that produces light, bright light for 10 feet and dim light for 10 feet farther.
Okay.
Or I can lob it at somebody and do I think it said a D4 or D6 fire damage.
Okay.
But I don't want to do that. I just want to hold it in front of me and just.
Okay.
I will be the light for our party.
Yeah, and I do have some oil in a flask, and then I had a torch, and I can just light the torch up and with my tinderbox. So.
Oh, I can do that for you. It's a flame.
There you go. There we go. Teamwork.
Okay. So one of the things that I would point out that Siegfried probably is aware of, that if you get into trouble and you have to grab the two-handed sword, it's probably going to put the flame out, and you might be plunged into darkness.
Yep, but he just lit his torch.
I have my
as
torch.
Well. Produce flame is dismissible out.
Yeah.
That I did read. So if I do need to grab my sword, I can just whoop. All right, sword time.
Okay. So that from there, yes, you can see the steps, and for whatever reason, in torchlight, the steps are almost shiny like marble, and they weren't in the daylight. It's odd. The rest of the mountain is just regular dirt rock. Dirt rock. I like that. It's a special kind of rock. And you're up, I don't know, maybe a third of the way towards the top. And it's getting to the point where your legs are getting tired. Everybody's just, you're getting ready to cramp up going up all these stairs. So you probably need to rest soon.
Around what time is it right now?
We're going to say it's around 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay.
Does it look like a landing's coming up, or are we going to have to camp on these stairs?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, you're either going to have to sleep on the stairs or spend a little time and probably a nature check for somebody to find a different spot.
Yeah, we need to find someplace.
Yeah, my legs are getting tired. I'm used to long marches, but not up mountains.
You guys, I'm looking at your character sheets. You're not much into nature. Of course, it is an intelligence skill.
Yeah,
So
it's
not really a smart group.
Everybody is either +0 or -1.
I can't read.
Let's just say, who wants to be the one that says, I'm going to see if I can find a place for us to rest?
Belle is distracted by everything, so I think Belle would probably not be the one to do it.
I'll do it.
All right, Abraxas.
Yeah, since I'm rolling so good already and I have a -1, we'll see how it works out. I'll find us a place, guys. Don't worry about it. It's cool. 3 - 1 is 2. Doing great.
He looks at the stairs.
He looks at the
Looking
stairs.
around,
Nailed it.
looking around, you're sure there's nothing within the light that the flames cast.
Yeah.
There's nothing within that could help you out, and it's looking like the mountain's a little more sheer where you are now, both below and above the steps, or the staircase. So maybe there really isn't a place that you can.
Look, I'll dig my claws into the stairs, and you guys just rope yourself to me, and then we'll be.
There you go. Everybody, hold on to the rope that's already around Bell.
Yeah. I'll drag us.
We'll use the winds to keep us all aloft.
Yeah.
No offense here, Abraxas, but I don't know if that's the best. Thank you, Big E. Thank you for saying no. Yeah, I just still think that's the best move, buddy. Maybe we should.
I say we just keep going. I'm ready to go right to the guard tower now.
I mean, I think so too. I think we keep moving a little bit forward and see if we can find a spot here, up a ways a little bit.
Let's press forward. I agree.
All right.
Go another hour. Look for land again. Landing. Something.
Follow me.
All right, so I'll let you guys pick, but each person you're going to give me either a Constitution roll or a survival roll.
Ooh.
I'll let you pick because, in my opinion, survival outside is finding a way to make it easier on yourself, and you could find a way here.
Okay. I will do survival, which is a +1 currently.
And that would be a Constitution check.
Yep, just a straight up Constitution check.
Damn it! I wanted it to be a save.
Yeah, you can call it a saving throw. Yeah.
Well, I did a survival check, and it is 18 + 1. I swear I'm not making this up. I can screenshot my D&D Beyond right now.
That's cool.
You guys
That's
want.
cool. You're good. You're good.
Man, mine's rolling like crap. This is my best roll, though. 10 + 3, 13.
I'll do Constitution since it's a +1, unlike my -1 survival. 6.
All right. And
Not good.
Siegfried?
So y'all gotta understand, it's been a while since Siegfried was a bodyguard. He's had a kid. He has a wife. He runs a goat farm. That is that's
Are you saying he's had too many apple teenies?
So how
apple
far does he?
cordials. And
Far do I get knocked
that's
off
a
the
1
cliff from
+
that?
4. That's a 5.
Oh, so you rolled a 1.
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah.
Just
All
drag
right,
him
so
up the
Bell,
mountain.
you're pretty sure you can't drag everybody. And Abraxas, you're pretty sure you could drag one person, but the group in total isn't going any farther.
Yeah.
It's time.
I mean, I didn't skip. I told you I didn't skip leg day, but yeah, I just couldn't.
You skipped everything else. Oh, God's help me. I'm out
So
of
we're going to
shape.
say it's close to midnight
Oh
when
God.
Siegfried actually just collapses on the stairs.
Good
I'll
night.
run over to him and I'll go, does anybody know mouth to mouth for him right now? He looks like something is happening.
Not happening.
He's breathing.
Come on,
Actually,
Miles.
he's breathing heavy in his subconscious, unconscious state.
I got the camp in here.
He is still in his armor, by the way.
Oh yeah, it probably made a little bit of a clanging sound.
Yeah.
My medicine's a -1. I don't think you want me rolling.
Medicine is wisdom.
You ran a
so we
tavern
probably have
for so
somebody.
long. I'm assuming that you had to perform the Heimlich, some sort of
He'll be
safety
fine.
training.
Yeah,
to
I think
operate.
Check his breathing.
he's breathing.
He's
Yeah.
breathing. He's good.
I knew I could count on you, buddy. I knew I could count on you.
I've kicked out worse people.
The
People
way
worse
he
off.
fell-
Came back a week later.
The way
At
he
least this one
fell,
hasn't
one of
thrown
the
up.
plates from his armor is near his nose, and you can actually see it fog a little when he breathes.
Aw, he's so cute when he sleeps.
All right.
He's probably also going to die of hyperthermia.
Yeah, and for
birther?
that matter, it's not very cold up here.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think we were saying it's like a 70-degree day and it's 10 degrees colder in the mountains or so. You're probably getting up higher where it's a little colder, but you're still above 50.
Okay. And the
And even
staircase
at
is
night,
still,
it doesn't plummet.
it's still narrow-ish where it's only like one person at a time. Okay.
Yes, it is. So at this point, if you guys are camping, I'd like to know how you're going to set up a watch, not including Siegfried.
Okay.
I think
All right.
Siegfried is being forced to take a long rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point. You rolled the 1.
he is not in the rotation.
All right, I'll go first.
Look, I had a kid. Cut me some slack.
All right.
All right, so Miles will be first now. Randy, you had rolled 6, you said?
Unfortunately, yes. It was
Okay.
5 + 1.
Okay. And
Let's do,
Bell had a nice high number. You had 13.
Let's do Miles, Abraxas, and then Bell for.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So
what
would I say? Go ahead.
Can I, take Siegfried's arm and use one of my stilts to prop it up and then hang a little jacket over it, like a little coat?
You sneaky little.
Yes.
Oh.
And he'll wake up to that. So
better not be cuddling up
during
to me.
your watch.
That idea
Miles.
That is reserved for my child.
That idea is
just comfortable.
Yeah, that idea is not half bad.
Oh my. The first watch for Miles is almost uneventful. The one thing you notice during the watch is the orcs. You can see back where you came from, and it's almost like a little speck in the distance, but you know that's the spot. And you can see a fire start up for maybe an hour or so on your watch, and then it's put back out. That's what happens there. You sleep, Abraxas.
But they didn't eat anything cooked.
Yeah. Abraxas, halfway through your watch, we're going to say it's, 3 a.m. You see the clouds move away from the moon for a few seconds here and there, and you can see far back on the staircase what looks like the 2 orcs coming your way.
All right, I'm going to wake up Bell quietly.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
We got 2 orcs incoming from previously. I don't know if Siegfried's going to be worth anything, so I'm going to make my way down to kind of.
Yeah.
And you can deal with Miles, but I'm going to see what I can head them off.
I think it's best that I come with you on this one. You might need my, tactical expertise, and I bring out my crossbow and I ready my dagger, and I'll follow them down.
We'll wake up Miles.
Oh, yeah, Miles.
Yeah. And as you wake up Miles, Siegfried is talking in his sleep, and he's just like, but it's the end of the episode. And with that, we can wrap this one up, and we can all say
bye-bye.
I'm unconscious. I can't say bye.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by onejoeyoung. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.